Okay, so if you're a Leo, an Aries, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, or a Taurus, yours are already out. So we'll see who's next. I am the soul pool. You are the soul pool. Well, we are the soul pool. I'll have to do these differently because they're not enough now. And without you, this doesn't work. So concentrate on your cards. These are the yearlies. I'm getting a bit behind now, so I'm playing catch up again. So let's see who's next, shall we? Libra, in the reverse, an injustice. Problems with the lines, the marital home, possibly somebody in spirit with colon cancer, prostate, etc. Is it, I don't really like the Beatles, so is it Hey Jude or Hey June, something like that. So the name John could be important. So I don't know if it's a John Lennon song or if it's a Beatles song. But I will have a look what that means for you. There's your big card. So let's see, shall we, what it's got in store for you this year. Spirit are getting me to draw from the bottom of the deck, which I've never done before. I don't know why they're doing it. No idea whatsoever. I don't like it, so I don't think it'll become a habit. It just seems to be for the yearlies. So let's see what we've got, shall we? So, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. Overall energy, oh, what was the last one I did? Taurus, they had the same, the moon, at the bottom of the deck. It's massive confusion, a very confusing year. So expect a lot of ups and downs. And that was in their second position. So you may be dealing with a Taurus. January, it's a friend who is unreliable, unpredictable. Finances may be unreliable, unpredictable. Work may be unreliable, unpredictable. Perhaps people in uniform of a darker complexion, the female variety. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Mother energy. February, they had that as well, but in that position. Feeling half erased. What you own owns you. You have the key to free yourself, but you're refusing to do so. A prisoner of your own making. A bird in a gilded cage. At least 5 years. Yeah. A missed opportunity. A rejection. In finances and work. Something's not working out in the career side of it. Big disappointment. They had that as well. So you may be connected to a Taurus. Massive disappointments. But you can't dwell on it and you can't stay in that dark place. They had that as well in the same position. But you are starting to see things from a different angle. You're not letting people manipulate you anymore. There could be a suicide here. January, February, March, April, May time. It could be something, an injustice, a Pisces energy. Sacrificing yourself for selfish people. You're not doing that anymore. You're putting your boundaries in place and you're learning to say no. Pisces is negative, so is the 12, so is the 4. It's karmic situations, secrets and hidden enemies. And that's the only major they had apart from the moon. They had that as well, but in the reverse. So you are coming out of this situation where Taurus is keeping themselves in it. There is offers of love, messages of love. It's not committed yet, but it's more than just a passing thing. Those born 1966 plus or minus 12 February to February may be involved. A water sign could be in part of it. They had that in the same position. So no communication, rejection, blocking, children, problems with children. It may be a court case to do with child maintenance. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn children. They had that in the same position. If you are dealing with a Taurus, I'll be very surprised. It's trapped in your own mind, overthinking things. Don't do that. They had that in the same position, and you saw me shuffle. So a decision is made. So July, August, in September. October, there is a Leo female. I'm pretty sure they had that as well. And you saw me shuffle, and I shuffle between reads. So this is a very demanding female, but she knows what she's worth. That's why, and she is worth it. Financial success, Leo female. Action being taken. They had that in the same position. So November, there is a bond, a union. And December, they had that in the same position. Well, bloody hell. Almost, but not quite the same cards. Never had that in many, many years. Somebody is severing ties, and it looks like you, especially if you're a female. If you're a male, you'll be required to get professional help from a doctor, priest or lawyer, female. But somebody who was once a friend, a female especially, will be, especially if it's a Taurus, will be unreliable, unpredictable, costing you a lot of money. It's not a good situation. So avoid them Tauruses if you can. And Pisces. There's born on the 12th. So let's see, shall we? Because this is a bit odd by any stretch of the imagination. I always shuffle them well, and I shuffle them between reads also. So that is strange. The 18th is negative. Confusion, leading double lives, ping-ponging between two properties, two people, spreading yourself too thin, looking after elderly parents, kids, sharing the kids, you know, like visitation and all that. Can't keep two houses going. You're going to have to make some decisions now because this is ridiculous. Something's got to give. You can't be everything to everybody. Nobody's grateful anyway, so why are you doing it? The trouble is that you see both sides of a situation, so it makes you too careful, and then you end up not making a decision. But it seems like July, August, in September, you will make the right decision for you. Yeah, addictions. Somebody's addicted to shopping. I think if it's a Taurus, alcohol, drugs, gambling, whatever it is, it's costing you a lot of money. It's putting an imbalance into your life, and you are going to have to bring the balance back. It could be weight gain. Somebody's put a lot of weight on. Sagittarius energy. There are snakes there. 1965 plus or minus 12 February to February. People born 1988 plus or minus 12 February to February. There's a lot going on. It's a hard lesson to learn. This female's been a very hard lesson to learn. And you thought she was somebody stable. Yeah. Could be the mother of your children. Nothing can grow in barren lands. There is no chance of abundance staying there. Those born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past. Has to be said that it could be a Taurus card. 3rd or the 30th, living or past date for your diary and address. Massively important in a negative way. Military, November the 11th, May the 31st could be involved somewhere, but there's no happiness or abundance here. No fertility, no children. And you've got to accept that that opportunity is gone. There's no way of a new beginning in that situation, be it a career move or otherwise. April, you've got a Leo female who's very demanding as well. So you've got two sides of this. You may feel like you're between a rock and a hard place, but I think the Leo female is only demanding because this Taurus is taking all your time, and that's not fair. So you're disappointed in this Leo, but at the same time, they have valid reason for being that way. You doubled up there. You have to learn to see things from a different angle. You cannot repair this situation with, or solve this situation with the same mindset that started it. You're going to have to stop sacrificing yourself, put your boundaries in place, and start saying no. Because they're just not grateful. Yeah, you're not listening to spirit. You're spending too much time at work, and somebody's trying to offer you love. You're having to work all this time, too much time, to get the required amount of money. It will make you ill. There's another lockdown possibly that could cause problems come June. Hospital doors, intestines, abdomen problems, the name Jenny. You will stumble and fall if you don't slow down. Money isn't everything. I'm afraid you've been around the wrong people. And again, they had that in the same spot. So feeling lonely in a room full of people, feeling half erased, feeling like all people want you for is money. 5 years at least. And you need some self-esteem. Get out of your own head. Start thinking about yourself, and you'll be more successful. It's not selfish to self-preserve. So look after yourself. The father energy. So the mother energy is negative. The father energy is positive. There could be a father in spirit. The number 4, again, this time it's positive. So the 12 is negative. The 4 is positive. 4 or 31. Maybe you need a makeover. Maybe you need some time to get an haircut, have a shave, look after yourself. Make the decision to have some self-care. You're coming out of this nightmare situation. You're making the decision to come out of this nightmare situation because you can't carry on like this. You've proved that you're dedicated, that you're loyal, and you do your duty, but you're going too far. Really, you're bending over backwards for somebody that doesn't appreciate it. But come July, August, September, come October, you're going to have to think again because you're dwelling in a dark place. It'll bring you down. You're not transforming. Nothing's changing. Scorpio energy is negative. There's no fertility here. The barren land carries on. It's about reproductive organs and shared resources. There's problems in both. November, you've got gossip about this new relationship, I think. Younger, fire sign energy, possibly a child. Maybe they tell your ex-partner something about it and it causes a few things. But by December, you'll be able to heal this situation. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't think that you've failed in some way. You haven't. You're still growing. It may have been 7 years that you've been working hard on a business or your career or whatever, and it hasn't paid off yet how you'd like it to, but that's not saying that it won't. You've got to keep putting the effort in. But somebody here is avoiding a confrontation, catastrophe, brushing things under the carpet. That's not going to work. You can't pretend that something isn't over when it is, just to keep somebody quiet or keep the peace. So don't try and play both ends against the middle because that won't work. But I can see why you would, especially if you're a bloke. This is more to do with the bloke than the females, I think. 16 is negative. Capricorn, somebody's being used. The number 22. Somebody's being used in this situation and it looks like it's you, I'm afraid. Or you're using both parties, the Taurus and the Leo, which doesn't sound like a Libra. You must have something else in your chart, possibly Pisces. But it's Neptune energy, so stay clear of the Pisces, I would say. The Leo brings you financial success. They're very financially orientated. They can handle the finances, but it looks like somebody else is draining you of it as fast as you make it. 22. It's toxic situation. No two ways about it. Capricorn energy. So the 15 could be important. You need to break these shackles, these contracts, whatever they are. Don't sign anything, for God's sake. Time will correct your errors in judgment. It is about children, I believe, and the 4th is important. It's time to focus on what you want and not let up. This is hard luck. You have to climb the steepest hills. You need to take the world by the horns. It's a time of diligence and hard work, but don't work too hard and have no time for yourself. There is a gaining in status and reputation, and what you've toiled over, especially sacrifice for, you are going to see results, so don't give up. Keep in mind that the gain will be slow and systematic, but that you are heading towards something solid and lasting. You're about to meet all the right people who will back you with your goals. Some will be greater in status, but they will show you the ropes or support you in some substantial way. By all means, do not lose these people, especially because of this person trying to hold you back. Capricorn is a sign of drive and ambition, so she could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Therefore, you may feel more driven than usual. In essence, this card is saying to put childish things away and take responsibility for your actions. Go for what you want in a systematic way and beware of looking back, because that won't help you. Don't stay in the shadows. It's time to unleash your talents upon the world and don't let up. It's time to take that risk and go out on a limb. If your question is to do with romance, then those may take on a more serious tone. Matters will grow deeper than you would have expected and more committed. It could be that one partner is older, higher in social rank, or will be a guide and teacher to the other. It may also mean that one is more serious than the other. Since Capricorn is methodical air sign, your outcome will be progressing gradually, unfolding at its own pace. You don't want to rush it because of this X, I believe, because you don't want to make the same mistake. Everything must happen in its own time and not yours, and don't judge them on past relationships either. Career and your profession are also important, and you can expect to see changes there too. This card indicates skeletal problems, broken bones, porous bones, spinal issues, strains, even dental issues. Make sure you're getting enough calcium and vitamin D. Maturity and age. If you develop an illness, it'll be one that's been coming for a very long time, and you could be awaiting the outcome or judgment. So look at the surrounding cards to determine whether it will be a good one. I doubt it, the injustice is there. You may also be waiting for an answer or resolution to something long overdue. With the Capricorn card, you could be assured that the answer will be just and fair, but not for you, I don't think. You need to get professional help. I think somebody's talked you out of that. Especially if you have worked hard and kept your nose to the grindstone, you will be rewarded for your efforts. You definitely won't be defeated no matter what, but you need good guidance. Ambition, goals, the outdoors, mountain areas, heights, cliffs, skyscrapers, publicity, fame and infamy. The father, a person who plays the fatherly role. Judge how others view you. Power, using force, meeting people in power. The boss, bureaucrats, management, prudence, stubbornness. Stay in the course. Determination, the payoff, willpower. You have to stay strong and you have to believe in what you're doing. Rubies and onyx, the colour black, brown and grey. Don't put things off until tomorrow. Antiques, times measure, old age, old world traditions, wild maps, work. Not being given any slack. Karma, fatalism, tough luck. Dwelling on the past too much. Looking back, not forward. Using what you have. Pine trees, pine needle tea is for high blood pressure, so watch for that. dry wit, teachers and teaching. The Taurus, like I said, toothache, rheumatism and other aches and pains. Loyalty and commitment in marriage, but not when it's not being given to you. This is a toxic situation. Ambition has taken over. You feel you need to play by the rules. Moving up in the world, fame, infamy and the bones. But it's no good you playing by the rules if nobody else is it? The Dream Walker, and it is a challenge. And number 8. The Dream Walker challenges you to wake up from your restless sleep in which you're not dreaming. This is a time to remind yourself of your passions and aspirations that you left behind. Perhaps you should reconsider and allow yourself those precious dreams again. Don't give up on them. There is always a way they can return to you as long as you don't try to dictate what form they take. And that's what's been happening. You're adamant that it's got to be a certain way. It won't be that way. Another way the Dream Walker challenges you is when you're in the middle of a nightmare brought on by others. What did I say? Wake up and don't struggle, for she reminds you that the divine will lead you out of that bad dream to a much better one. This too shall pass, but be mindful you have a unique and special purpose, and you're always actively influencing your reality through your thoughts and reactions to life's challenges. So stop giving in to people, stop sacrificing your dreams for someone else's. That's not what life's about. It really isn't. If somebody isn't giving the same sacrifices for you, they'll be telling you they are. God, the things they do for you is unreal. They'll have a list of them, but you don't make lists. So when have they had the time to make this list where you are such a bad person who does nothing for them? It's a bit much, this one. I don't like it because being taken for a mug. Or somebody has. Maybe it's you that's doing it to somebody else. If you are, it's time to stop now. Yeah. Find your heart. It's time to follow it. And take good care of yourself. Love yourself as much as you love someone else. Because you are amazing. I don't care what anybody is telling you at this time. Because somebody's trying to put you down and keep you down so that you don't have a life. They may not be a bad person, they're just not the person for you. The sooner you realise that, the better. Why people stick in bad relationships, I have no idea. Or bad situations, if this is work, because it could be work. Just don't follow your dream, put the effort in, and you will succeed. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. But don't put too much greater value on money, because money is not what life's about. And when you become ill, you will realise that that's the case. Yeah, trust. You maybe stop trusting yourself because you've been brainwashed. The robin trusts her wings, not the branches she sits on. So there's nothing, the carpet will be pulled from under your feet if you're not careful, because somebody's got an ulterior motive. So look for the robin as well. That is a good sign. And you are resilient. So stay strong as the evergreen tree. You can do this. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. Thanks for listening, Libra.